Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. So last episode I was really just sort of redesigning my ships so that they wouldn't blow up so easy. And I'm going to continue that. So what we did was we learned that the giant titans were a little too fast and were outpacing the battleships and getting themselves blown up. So I am purposefully designing the titans to be slower and therefore last a little bit longer because that was getting quite annoying. So what I'm doing now is trying to afford enough for another cav flyer. But I think what we're going to do is just start fighting in just a minute as soon as these battleships roll off the line, which is just moments. So first fleet is all filled up. Let's get jump into Chariot. I'm going to actually back up so I don't get engaged when I don't want to be. We have been cranking out the research here because I've gotten the admin cap larger than my empire size, so we have no penalty to research, which means we're researching super fast, which is pretty cool. Alright, so this one is all set. Let's rendezvous. This fleet might be hunting me. I'm not exactly sure, but what I will have is I'll have them all group up. See if it ends up coming to me or not. I'd prefer not to get in a fight while they're on jump cooldown. But at the end of the day, it might not be my choice. They fight when they want to fight. Nope, they're just sitting there. That's good. So I can wait for the jump cooldown to... I'm going to actually switch admirals here. Put the more experienced admiral ahead of the better fleet.
Incoming inquiry.
Okay. The jump cooldown 90 days and 29 days. Let's get staged for an invasion. And ideally I will push all the way to Bennett Snatch, or whatever that's called. Which means I ought to start moving my Colossus in so I can blow up their sterilization hub. Alright, time to see if this ship redesign has actually worked. So if we zoom in, for right now my Titans are in front still. Yeah, my Titans are way out and up front. And as a result, they're getting smushed. I don't... Man,
Incoming inquiry.
I slowed them down as much as I could. I literally can't slow them down anymore. I could give them worse thrusters, but I don't know if that's a good thing to do. They're just, the problem is when they appear at a hyperwarp, or whatever you want to call it, they're just ahead. They're just in front, which puts them naturally in the getting smushed immediately category, which is stupid. So what do we have? We have a turn tanks and a cav flyer, so we are making cav flyer, we gotta make a turn tanks. I guess I can give them worse warp engines. It just, I don't know, it just seems dumb that that's even a thing I need to do. I am... Gonna stack the Titans that I have remaining on the better fleet.
Research actualized.
keep up with the research jobs.
Incoming inquiry.
And for a... I'm gonna wait until the Colossus is ready to jump. But the moment of truth of the last big sterilization hub battle is coming. Let's do a quick planet checkup. We have enough jobs on Vrinn, that's good. So this is for amenities. This makes consumer goods. I'm going to convert one of my residential arcologies to a consumer good arcology because we have more bedding and less jobs, or fewer jobs, rather. So we'll fix that.
Incoming transmission.
We're almost ready to do big jump here. This world could use... Well, so we're out of housing. But we could put in luxury residences or... what is the alternative? I want a shrine there. There's no reason not to. Where's the... Oh, we already have a Paradise Dome. So let's put in the luxury residences to increase its housing capability. Because we just have... Rathador has empty slots. And actually, because we have a huge excess of energy credits, we could also convert some of the generator districts over back to city districts. That would be a totally valid thing to do.
Research actualized.
I am just cranking out the shield
inquiry.
research as much as I can.
Research actualized.
And edict duration, why not? That always will help. I'm curious, I actually would like to take out this fleet before I take out their big fleet. So that this fleet can't show up at an inopportune time. That fight went oddly much smoother than a lot of the other ones. And my Colossus is just about all set to rendezvous. And then it's the big fight. The title fight.
Incoming transmission.
Where I collapse the contingency bubble. Alright, so these ships need to idle around a little bit to repair.
Upscaling complete.
They do repair automatically. They have the right components to do it, but I need to wait.
Upscaling complete.
Incoming transmission.
Alright, they are just about fully repaired. The remaining repairs that are necessary... Oh boy, that is very annoying. I'm going to want to attack this from a different angle. They have a huge amount of army there. So I'd like to attack from a longer range in order to snipe off as much of the army as possible without getting too close. It does mean I have to go right into another one of their fleets, but so be it. I think it's the smart play. Lost one battleship there. Not that big
Incoming
of a deal.
inquiry.
Looking at the repairs, yep, everything's getting nice and repaired. I could even wait for the remaining Titans that are still outstanding for some additional beefier forces for this last fight. I might go ahead and do that. Nah. Throw caution into the wind. Well, one of my admirals gained engineering. Sweet.
Upscaling complete.
So they're both fire rate aggressive engineers. I like that.
Incoming transmission.
Those are some decent traits. Alright, let's send them in. And move my... Alright, you're all gonna definitely want to watch this. Let's slow it down a little bit. So at the moment, I am attacking their contingency core base. Their armies shouldn't move against me. Let me just get this out of the way. This fleet is literally doing nothing. Which bugs me a lot. That one fleet immediately engaged and the other didn't. Even though there's functionally no difference. I'm just going to jump my Titan in. The hell with it. Right? This is a big fight. So far I've only lost battleships and not Titans. I'll speed it up a little bit back to normal speed. A lot of battleships lost. I'd love for those Titans to hang in there. Let's actually look at the... Oh, one Titan is pretty banged up and trying to disengage. But they're almost out of ships. I think I'm going to keep my Titans. Ooh, I kept them. That's huge. Big if true.
Incoming inquiry.
Alright. Sending in the Colossus to crack that last world. Oof, this fleet really suffered a lot of battleship losses, but no Titans, so that is super cool. I'm trying to just reinforce all the ships into one big fleet. I'm actually really messing up the fleets a lot. Alright, 23, one more. Alright, so my first fleet is all set. Let's give him the younger admiral. Now, let's give him the more experienced admiral. And the second fleet is all set. Well, not all set. They haven't really been repaired or anything. And then these backups are going to jump in and fill in some of the gaping holes that I ended up with. Because, boy, is this expensive. Expensive, but soon to end. The World Cracker is getting in position. So what I'm going to do is have my fleets hang out here to make sure that this sterilization hub indeed gets cracked. And then I'll send them all to get repaired and clean up the remainder of their forces.
Research
Unless they get
actualized.
disabled. I forget if that happens. That might happen. I guess it will be news to me.
Incoming inquiry.
Alright, this fleet's slowly getting put back together. Cracking your stupid worlds. And contingency, last hub planet wiped. Oh, that feels good.
Incoming transmission.
I am the guardian of the galaxy. Jumping the reinforcements in. Because there's still, I guess I still have some more ships to wipe out. They didn't just overnight go poof and disappear. We still have a little bit more to do. The Titan could go back to, or the Colossus, sorry, could go back to Sultar's Maw. Mostly for protection.
Upscaling complete.
The last ship I want. We'll jump. Let's just jump closer. And time to start mopping them all up. There's a bunch of mopping to do.
Incoming inquiry.
So I guess every last contingency ship needs to die in order to call this a victory, and that's totally fine. I was prepared for that. That's why I redesigned the ships and why I'm constantly reinforcing them and why I'm ready to crank out some more. Selling off my resources to get as much alloys as I can. Build that fleet up. Ooh. Okay, I need a little bit more exotic gases. I just sold these, so it's weird to have to immediately turn around and buy them. Okay. I don't have any explosives, so we're all set there.
Incoming transmission.
Turn them all to auto attack. And let's see how we fare. Yeah, the Titans are still out front. And we lost one. At some point, I'm just going to stop replacing Titans. These have been... That's weird. It's showing that they've been occupied, but... No, I'm going to replace Titans. True Text Titan. From the world map, it doesn't show that it's occupied, but obviously it is.
Attempting to acquire planetary market.
Kicking them out everywhere they are.
Attempting to acquire planetary market.
I think we really turned... Alright, so they still have 4 active machine worlds. Or so they say. I feel like if I just go on a massive squish campaign like I'm doing, I'll eventually get them all out. There we go. Now we're actually getting notification that these things are occupied. I don't know where that notification was a second ago, but at least it exists now.
Incoming inquiry.
More ships lost. Definitely suffering some battle fatigue. Let's go repair.
Attempting to acquire planetary market.
Our armies are liberating planets.
Commencing seizure of planetary asset.
So you can see this, some of these civs have really made use of the habitats, some have not. Alright, so I have a Kevlar and a Trintex. What is going on here? Nothing. Alright, they're not even occupied.
Incoming
That's good.
Inquiry. Attempting to acquire planetary market.
God, I'm making alloys so expensive on the world market. It's not my problem.
Attempting to acquire planetary market.
Incoming transmission.
All right, here we go.
Research actualized.
More combat coming right up. Man, the first thing to go, the Titan. Some wise enemies, I guess. Going to take out the Aura ship. This one has... Oh, even the leader's not assigned to it. This one just has a Truntex, so we're making a Kevlar Truntex combo. This game makes me say weird things.
Planetary asset.
Alright, this whole southern area all sort of resecured, I think. Yep, I think we invaded everything, so we'll start heading north. I'm getting an insane amount of influence. Grand Fleet. Let's do Hearts and Minds. See if we can't get some ethics shift again. I'll even go into the factions and try to force them to swap. So let's suppress a bunch and promote a bunch. What about our policies? Edicts for artificial intelligence. Let's do citizens' rights. And does that satisfy synth envy? It doesn't. Am I out of synths? No, I have one. I've got one synth. What's your problem? I have the bare minimum to be able to satisfy your party. It's kind of funny.
Incoming inquiry.
This last bubble is collapsing pretty quick. The fight costs me a lot, but they don't put up that much of a fight. I just lose a bunch of Titans. At this point, I'm just kind of not worried about replacing the Titans because we'll win anyway. So if the Titans want to blow up, they can blow up. Alright, here's another world that is invaded. Checking my situation log. It says 4 active machine worlds, but that's really not true, as I've been purging them pretty rapidly. Wow, that Titan really got messed up. Why do they keep trying to blow up the Titans? I don't get it.
Commencing seizure of planetary asset. Research actualized.
What I'll do is I'll send the second fleet in way before the first fleet. Maybe that will level out the damage a little bit, hopefully. The second fleet doesn't have any Titans in it.
Incoming transmission.
So now they're absorbing the damage, and our Titan does not get blown up. Costly to do it that way, because I basically am destroying battleships, but I'd rather destroy battleships than Titans. Alright, let's go ahead and reclaim all this territory while we repair.
Commencing seizure of planetary asset.
So what do we have? We have 1 Truntex. So I need 2 Keplars. Alright, contingency. You are on the ropes. I'm a little worried that because I nuked the machine worlds with my Colossus, that it bugged out this quest, the contingency quest, rather than reinvading those planets. Because I just destroyed them. Obviously, the sterilization hub is gone. I can't land armies on it or anything. But that might have broke something. This might just be yet another bug in the bug log. We'll have to tell. Because I'm actually a little surprised that this hasn't ended yet. But time will tell, as I said.
Incoming inquiry.
And I don't mind taking a elongated victory lap like I'm doing now. It's not very hard to squish the remaining fleets. I don't really mind resupplying my ships either. Sometimes min-maxing the designs is pretty cool too. Now I've definitely, the remaining enemies are definitely toothless. That's for sure. So whether I've bugged out the victory conditions or not, whatever enemies there are left don't really have the capacity to truly wage any wars. They're more or less nullified, neutralized. Now, I'm sort of curious if these worlds that are occupied count. I think the fleets count. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to be taking everything back, but Time will tell. Yeah, it's... These machine worlds being registered here worry me. Let's get a little bit extra unity. What about the curators? We'll purchase the service.
Incoming transmission.
Research actualized.
And I think I'm just about out of time. So I think the conclusion will be next episode, or at least I will do my damnedest to conclude it next episode. If you have any questions for me, drop me a line, and I'll have to catch you all next time. Thank you all for watching. Adios.